It's Bourbon Night. It's a flight fight. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And Sarah, long time coming.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to kick off our...
What are we doing?
We're kicking off our barrel-proof flight fight with a Booker's flight.
Yes.
Bookers. I'm so excited.
I'll butter your biscuit. That's how they used to do it.
Is that how they used to do it?
That's how they used to do it.
I don't think it used to go so well for them.
No, it didn't, no. So here's the deal. We don't own every Booker's in existence, unfortunately.
And if we did own every Booker's in existence, it would be cool to do a flight fight of those, but we'd have to do like its own flight fight series of just Booker's.
Yeah.
And then what if something from 2014 or 2013 or on back before that won? What are you going to do? How are you going to get it?
Yeah.
Now we will say...
What will we say?
That we've got some center cut in here.
Yes. We do have some center cut, which is 2015, but everything else has been the most recent ones. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the 2015, what was it? 2015-03, the Booker's center cut, which, you know, it was a round table. It was just had a lot of prestige about it. So, luckily, our friend Monty in Texas sent us a sample. So what you have back here is just a dummy bottle. That's not really what that is. Pay no attention to the dummy bottle. It's just there for balance. Yeah, it's there for balance. It looks better than having a sample bottle there. So that's in there, but everything else has been the most recent ones, including the 2017-03.
Which was the front porch batch.
Yes. So let's run down the others. Sarah, what do we got?
So for our Booker's flight, we have the 2017-03 front porch batch, which did well in our best of 2017 bottles. The 2015-03, that's our center cut. 2017-04, Sip a While, and 2018-01, which is Kathleen's batch.
All right, so some great contenders in there. I mean, I haven't met a Booker's that I haven't liked yet, so...
I've never met a Booker's I didn't like.
Yeah, so we're just gonna start in on these. We're drinking in the same order, but we don't know what these are. These are blind, so let's just start with A. Might as well.
Might as well.
Why not?
It's random anyways, so...
Right. Okay, this is gonna be a toughie, I can already tell.
I'm so excited. I think we're gonna need a cracker or two during this.
Yeah.
Shall we?
We shall.
It's like a nice toasty caramel.
Not jumping out nutty
I know.
right out of the
well,
gate.
it's not, and it's really not like, sometimes you nose a Booker's and it's like, pow, in your face, and this is kind of mild.
A little bit more subtle.
A little more subdued.
Subtle.
Huh. I get a little chocolate notes, but mostly like a nice toasty, mellow caramel.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting some brittle in there.
Can I?
It's interesting, but yes. Oh wow, it's got the flavor though. Wow!
I'd call that like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's got some kick. It's got some char notes, some wood notes. It's a little peppery. It's warm.
The smell was so unassuming.
Yeah, it was like it just was like sneaking up on you.
But it's nutty. If you're playing the little drinking game at home, you might not want to do it on this episode, because I'm going to say it's nutty a lot.
I think you've already said it 3 times, so for those of you who are playing, I'm sorry, don't play with Booker's. But I do get a lot of wood notes in there.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's different. It's not, see, for me, I'm not really getting the nutty as much as I'm getting that wood. Maybe it's the wood's covering up the nutty for me, but I don't dislike it. It's just not how I normally experience Booker's.
It's a campfire nut.
And
And so far, this is my favorite.
Well, so far, that makes sense.
I get a little bit more dessert, I think, maybe on this one.
Yeah, I'm getting some like cinnamon and brown
some
sugar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's so different.
Yeah, so different. I agree. I get more baking spices.
Baking spices, less nuttiness.
Less wood.
Let's wait for this finish to kind of kick in before we go in for another. Getting that Kentucky hug already, folks. It's happening.
I'm warm.
Yeah.
It's kind of cold on set today, and
It's cold
now
on
I'm
set.
like, I feel like I got my bourbon coat on now. So.
Yeah. Just as I suspected.
Just as I suspected.
The finish goes towards this darker kind of chocolate. Cocoa powder.
The feeling of this on your tongue is so nice.
Come on.
And it just tingles on back.
What? Oh, this is gonna be hard.
I honestly think this one's a little more subdued than the first one. But I think the flavors are a little bit more harmonious.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Now let's say this. We're only doing half an ounce pours in this, so about 2 ounces total, and we're taking a lot of time in between because we are dealing with some
Hot stuff.
some barrel proof
Yeah.
bourbon here. All of them are in the 120s. But let's go on to see. Yeah, all right.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh.
Now, okay, this has been the most fragrant so far. This has the biggest nose.
It smells like butterscotch to me.
Oh yeah, like a whipped topping, a butterscotch pie.
With like meringue.
Yes. Yes. And I took too deep of a smell again and got it on. But also,
Like a pie, like you said, but it's also got
but
like
also
a pie
that
crust.
allspice tossed into that pie. You know, it's pretty clovey. I feel like
A kitchen where pies are being baked.
a windowsill where they're cooling.
Paint me a picture.
And the aroma goes out and
Floats down the road.
and it gets you in the nostrils and it picks you up off and you just kind of levitate towards
And now
it.
we're in a cartoon.
Like in the cartoons, exactly.
That one is the most oily to me.
I also think it's the most tame.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this a lot.
This one so far has been the easiest sipper. Now that's just after one sip. I'm gonna sip a while. Is it sip a while? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. We'll tell you later. Maybe I'm just getting fried on my tongue, but it doesn't seem to have the heat that the
Really?
first two had.
Oh, I still get it, and I think it's, oh gosh, it's just really, I call it creamy.
Yeah, it's buttery smooth.
It's luscious.
It's
for sure.
luscious.
It's delicious.
Second sip. Oh, okay, I'm getting more on the second. I kind of did the Fred No Kentucky Chew. Got it more around
It really
different
coats
parts
your
of the
tongue.
tongue.
Ugh, it's like giving me a little goosebumps. I really like this one.
Okay, I got the heat now. I got the heat now. Yeah.
That's
More
nice.
brown sugar, just like caramelized brown sugar though. It's like it's been
kinda
bruleed.
Yeah, it kind of smells outdoorsy though too, like kind of crisp.
Kind of yeah, forest.
Yeah. I don't know. Each of these have kind of taken me somewhere, and that's what I like about these. It's sort of just an experience in a bottle.
This one's more like a
They should put that on the label.
evergreen forest.
I like it.
All right.
That's hot. Hot.
Very oily.
Ooh, they're all good.
Yeah.
This is where we're gonna run into
Super
some
nutty.
trickiness. It's gonna run into us choosing our personal favorites.
Well, isn't that what we always do?
Well, yes, that's what we always do, but none of these it's like, this one's in last.
Yeah.
Because it's just lacking. Like, none of these are lacking.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit longer break before we go back through. We're actually gonna cut cameras, go sit down,
Maybe take a little nap.
take a little nap, have a moment of reflection. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna go through this again. Then we're gonna try to pick a first, second, third, and fourth.
Try. We just gotta.
So, with that in mind, we'll be back. Okay, so watch a little Master Chef.
It's a guilty pleasure. Not guilty, but a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Let our palate kind of reset. And we were just talking like, poor Bourbon D
Had to follow
sustain,
3 other bookers.
Yeah, the brunt of 3 other bookers. So we're going to start with D. And we're going to go back through.
See if that changes anything for us.
I still think we got a tough road ahead of us.
Definitely.
It's just a great smell. It's
yeah.
just a great smell.
That's nice. I still get the butterscotch.
Oh yeah, it's really shining through more now.
It is shining more.
that we let our palates reset.
Yeah.
This one is
Dang.
syrupy. It's sweet. To be honest with you, I don't taste a whole lot of nut in this one. That's different. That is
Yeah.
different.
Ugh, it's so nice. Syrupy. Interesting. I don't know. That's still so yummy.
I pictured barbecue with
It's
this
like
one. Like you really
sweet
breathe it
and
in.
smoky
Yeah,
and-
it's just like
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly how I feel about it. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Again with that
Oh,
coating.
this one, it's nutty. It's multifaceted.
It's got the things.
It's got the things. It's got more of a back end. I feel like it's got more of a finish than Bourbon D.
D is really good too.
Yeah, D is like super unique for a Booker's.
But I feel like C just kind of brings it in and then finishes it out.
It's so solid. It's just such a solid, crowd-pleasing favorite. I don't know what's happening.
All right.
Okay.
I have to say, I think so far this nose is doing it the least for me.
I would say, I mean, we'll wait till we go back to A again, but I would say either A or B.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Oh, this one's really good too, though.
See, for me, it's good, but it's more subdued, I think, than C and D.
Well, I akin this one a lot to C. I think it's
Really?
It's pretty similar to C for me. But I think I got a little bit more of a wow factor with C. I don't know. But this one's also nutty. Just a real strong contender. Yeah, I know. I've lost count. I've lost count with the nuttiness. I would say this is the least in the nose department for me.
Really, I get more fragrance off this one than I do off B, but it's more of a airiness. It's a light, like we said, a sweet, you know.
Sure.
That's what we said the first time around, I think, and I still feel that way.
I think so.
But it is a misrepresentation of the woodiness that is A.
A, I mean, yeah, it's woody, and a lot of Bookers go woody. I would still say D is maybe the most unique.
Really?
As far as outside of the box.
I don't know.
I'm not saying unique as in is the best. I'm just saying unique.
Just unique.
As unique. This one's got the heat. Maybe it's because it's the last of, of our four.
Yeah. It's got a little...
But it's got the heat.
It's just, yeah, it has those wood notes that none of the other ones they have it, but it's not, it's the most forward.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it decision time? Do we need to deliberate? I do.
Yeah,
I need to deliberate.
I need to deliberate hardcore.
So
like I've never deliberated before.
Do we go into our quiet zones?
I think so.
Yeah? All right.
All right.
See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Man. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some things are happening.
Wow. Okay. We probably say this flight was the hardest we've ever done. We probably say that a lot, but this
I
time
think this
it's
was
true.
This was even harder for me than the Rye Finals flight, which I thought was the hardest flight we'd ever done.
Yes, we don't normally do 4 of the same,
Same brand.
Same brand.
Yeah.
Or
4 expressions of the same brand. Yeah.
Not only the same brand, but the same expression. I think this is the first that we've done, all Bookers. We haven't done that with any other, like all Elijah Craig's or all whatever.
This might have been the longest deliberation time we've ever taken.
Yes, and you got to yours first.
I did get to mine first.
And I was like in a dead heat, and you were kind of just like talking me off the ledge. I was not paying attention to your order, and you were just like talking me through it. You're like, well, okay, let's take A and D because I'm
like not ones that are back to back. Let's take 2 and in relation to each other, put them ahead, and then I was not
crisis counsel. You weren't coaching me.
I wouldn't call it coaching. I would call it counseling.
You
just
were
like
totally counseling.
And how does that make you feel about
exactly.
C?
I'm like, oh, and this time I got kind of this like fruitiness that I wasn't getting before, and you're like, interesting that you say that. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, we had a nice discussion.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that we influenced each other.
No.
I would just say that I helped ask the right questions to you to help you figure out what your order was, not suggested anything.
Based upon how I was describing these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, woof, man.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. Since we have the same last, looks like it is letter B for us. So let's both look underneath our glass. 1. Whoa!
What the heck?
Interesting.
This is very strange. Okay, so letter B is actually, it corresponds to number 1 on our list, which was the front porch batch. You guys, this was the one that was in our best of 2017, and the 2017-04 is in this also, which we voted out for our best of 2017. Like, we did a blind flight then.
Yes.
It didn't win.
Now, I'll say this. We could do the same thing 5 times. We could do it for the next 5 days straight, and our results I would think, would vary a little bit. I don't think we would get this same ranking every single time.
I mean, probably not every single time, and
Because
it
it's
just
just so
depends
tough
on your mood and
with
your
barrel
tongue,
proofs.
and
Yes.
it is tough.
But I was not expecting this.
However, it has been, what are we in, June? So it's been since probably November, December?
I mean, so here's the bottle, and
It's
you can
quite
see
low.
we
We've
have
enjoyed
done
it.
This to it. When we tried it before, it was up here.
So we'll say
Now
that.
it's down here. It's obviously opened up and changed a little bit over that time. Take that for what it is.
But we've changed too.
We've grown.
But we did say before that we felt none of these were bad.
No.
It's just super interesting that in a previous flight we put the 03 of 2017 over the 04, and now we're putting the 04 over the 03. It'll be interesting to see how far over.
Yes.
So let's find out what our second place is.
Well,
now this is where we differ.
This is where we differ. What's your second place?
My second to last. I'm sorry.
Second to last, yeah.
Apologies. Okay, so my second to last place is letter D, which is number 4.
Interesting. Because you said this was your new favorite. The 2018-01, the Kathleen's batch.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have been saying this was my new favorite. I'm a liar, you
She's
guys.
a liar, folks.
I lied to you.
Glad you're finally admitting that. So my second to last is letter A, which is 2.
2 is center cut.
Wow. Now this is the first time I've ever had center cut, but the famed center cut came in second to last for me, third place.
Well, my second place was letter A.
So that means center cut came in second for you.
So we flipped, and then you got D. So we flip-flopped Kathleen's batch, right?
Okay, so my second place, yes, is number 4, which is Kathleen's batch.
So we both picked front porch batch as our last place. Then we flip-flopped center cut and Kathleen's batch.
Which makes both of our first place letter C, which is number 3, which is
Sip a while.
2017-04.
Which lost
Sip a while.
in when we did the 2017 flight to determine which bookers went into our favorite of 2017.
I do think, now this was an off-air thing that we did. We had all 4 bottles, we opened them up that night, we poured them into rocks glasses, we, just sipped a while.
And
talked about, I'm kind of feeling this one more than this one, yeah,
and for no particular reason, I mean, other than we both felt that it was a very strong and likable bourbon, we picked front porch batch.
Well, I do want to say that I think in our initial, we put this one as our second place. We put the 2017-03, and then I think we put the 2017-04.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That does ring a bell.
But now it's... If you give us this last place all day long,
I'd be thrilled.
Because these were all like hairs of a difference. Hairs. We were trying to nitpick. Like, oh, well, this one's got a faint this and that, so therefore I would put this one slightly above. But they were all just like...
Yeah, it was very much there's a really weird, slight, bitter note on the finish that I just, I could give her, leave it or take it.
Like, comparing it to this one, I give it the slight edge, but if, again, if you just poured us a cup of this, or, a glass of this, a cup, be like, yay, thank you.
But I'm not disappointed.
Not disappointed.
And
Surprised.
the good news is that you can still probably find this.
Oh, for sure.
So go find it.
Go find it.
Go find the Sip a While.
What I am happy is that we both picked the same first place.
We weren't sure what we were going to do if we didn't.
Yeah. So this one moves on to our barrel proof flight, which I think is going to be 3 or 4 parts. I think 4 parts.
Stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting.
For sure. And thanks for sticking around for this. If you're finding us for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. We do these shows twice a week. Well, not really these shows, but we give you shows twice a week.
We do content
twice a week, including a live show in there. So yeah, hit that like button if you liked what you saw. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of us.
If you want to see the flight bite?
Yeah,
the barrel proof flight bite?
Exactly. You can also find us on all the social medias at It's Bourbon Nights. Where can they find these Tribeca glasses?
Ooh, if you want these Tribeca glasses, this lovely tasting mat, or these dots that we used tonight,
Even the dots.
then you can find that all on our Amazon influencer page. It's amazon.com/shop/itsbourbonnight.
Correct.
And this can all be yours.
For the low price
For the
of
low
whatever
price
it's
of-
listed on Amazon.
Correct.
And it helps out the channel a little bit.
We get to buy more things from Amazon if enough of you buy things from Amazon. So that's
Exactly.
pretty much what happens.
And then lastly, you can become one of our drinking buddies or become a part of our inner circle at Patreon. That's patreon.com/itsbourbonnight. And there's lots of different rewards there that you should check out, including polls that you can do even if you're not a patron.
Actually, the list, I believe, is on there. The list of
There you go.
the bourbons that we'll be doing for our barrel proof,
So go check
proof
out
flight. So please go check it out.
Patreon.com. Yep. Well, that'll do it for us. I'm super surprised. But
I think
thanks,
I'd
Sarah.
like to go have a pour of that just to enjoy it as a victory pour.
Absolutely.
So
Victory
thank you
sip.
also, Chad.
Okay. Until next time, drink more bourbon. You do a Kentucky True with the Bookers, and
That'll light you up.
yeah, you can go into your water here.